up, guys? Happy almost Samhain. Happy almost Halloween. Happy all the things. Yes? The answer is yes. Happy, happy, happy. I missed you guys on Monday. I felt really badly because I hate not being on Mondays, and I hate missing you guys because, I mean, I kind of count that as our weekly date. You know, me, you and me, all of us together. But I, like, physically felt like poo poo. So, one of the things that I have learned in doing Reiki for this long is that when you physically feel like poop, there is no reason for you to do Reiki. Not a single one, because what you're going to do is end up making everybody else feel like poop as well, and then they're not going to understand why Reiki didn't work. We got to figure out which bracelet it is that's almost done for and not use it. I'm pretty sure it's that one. I don't know. It is what it is, and if it goes a flying, nope, is that one. All right, so we won't use that one because it'll go flying. But I hope that you guys are ready for today, are ready for Samhain, are ready for all of the things, because one of the things that I think people forget, I'm missing one of my huge bracelets, there's one of the things I think people forget about Samhain is that, and for those of you guys that are like, what the hell is Samhain? Samhain is Halloween. Samhain. Yes, that spells Samhain in ancient Gaelic. One of the things I think people forget is that just like in Latin American culture, this is a time to celebrate the ancestors. This is a time to celebrate all of the people that came before you. This is not just a time of, I have a problem. This is not just a time of trying to figure out what costume you're going to wear and so on. That has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with who you are, who you were, who you're going to be, etc. And so tonight, this is a little bit different, because when you guys hear people say, oh, well, it's the witch's new year. I mean, they're not wrong. This is the new year for pagans, for witches, for heathens, for druids, for things like that. Okay? This is the new year. So tonight, we're going to do a Reiki session. Yes, full Reiki session. And then we're going to do some specific Zodiac reads because A, I missed you Monday, and B, I have a wedding to go to tomorrow, so we can't do them on Halloween. I'm going to read for each Zodiac a little bit longer because I want you to know what it is that's coming up in this next new year for you. Not only what it is that's coming up in this next new year, but there's also going to be a special message, words. There's also going to be a special message, just to see what it is that your ancestors want you to remember, okay? With that being said, I have two different computers going on. I want you guys to know that you can, some of you guys up there on YouTube and now TikTok, you can see I've got a new microphone. You can see all the things. Make sure you're following me on YouTube. I got a new computer. Linda is still Linda. Linda is still right here, okay? We're letting Linda train Igor. I figured that we have Bob and we have Linda. We need a badass name that is not Bob or Linda. So we now have Igor. Igor is in full service. And it is what it is. Are we ready? The answer is yes. I know you guys are like, shut up and do the things. We've missed you. I missed you guys too. I also mentally, I needed a break from social media. I needed a break from social media. Not from y'all, but from social media. All of you know exactly what I'm talking about. I needed a break. So, here we go. Just like always, you can do these first few hand positions with me if you like, or you can simply take a deep breath every time I say, take a deep breath, or breathe. Yes? I don't know if we've got it loud enough. We're going to find out. How is that over there on YouTube? Ready? Deep breath. breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. I'm going to move you up on TikTok. Sorry, y'all get to get moved a little bit. Ready? We are going to start at the root chakra. I want you guys to focus on the bottom of your feet. Okay? Bottom of your feet. You feel like holding your hands like this? You should. All you got to do is put the tips of these two fingers with your thumb. Okay? There are any of my mods that are available to go over to YouTube. I would love that. I don't think there's anybody on YouTube right now. About 9:15, I'll have a little bit of a special announcement. Some of you guys may already know. We're still focusing on the feet. We haven't moved. Anne for joining over there. I appreciate it. All right. Now we're going to move up to the sacral chakra. I want you to just focus about this far below your belly button, like right in the middle of your guts, okay? Right in the middle of your guts. And I want you to take a deep breath whenever you want to. Ready? Still focusing there? we ready for the solar plexus? I want you to focus about that far above your belly button this time. About that far. Inch or two? Yeah? Yeah? Guys, I appreciate that. All the compliments, all of the comments. I appreciate them. So here's what I want to do. While we're focusing on the heart chakra and going up from there, okay? Normally I ask you guys to put something good in the comments, to put something, you know, where you are or whatever, but we're going to do something different tonight, because tonight we're focusing on ancestors. Tonight we're focusing on the reason that the people that made us exist. We're focusing on why we even exist. So I would love to know your ancestors as well. I would love for you just to put in the chat just the names of the people that maybe they're no longer here, the ones that you hope kind of come through tomorrow or the next day. The people that are no longer here, the people that you miss, the people that make you you. And I want you to focus on your heart. You ready? Deep breath. We're still working on the heart. Because every one of us that misses somebody Kathy, that was so cute. We'll get to the throat in just a second, but all right, are we ready for that throat chakra? We ready? One of the things I love about Samhain is that a lot of people are just nicer. Maybe because it's spooky season and everyone loves spooky season, or maybe because this is the gateway to the holidays and everybody usually is a little bit nicer during the holidays until, as we all know, the day after Christmas, and then it's on like Donkey Kong. So I don't know why, but we're going to work on the throat chakra. Because that's part of why I needed a break from social media. People don't get smacked in the chiclets enough anymore. I'm just saying, y'all all know what I'm talking about. Ready? While I'm working on the throat chakra, I want you to breathe, okay? I also want you to try to swallow at any time when you can, okay? Ready? Just breathe. I want you guys to remember that this is a no tolerance zone. We're still working on the throat. We're going to start working on the third eye next, right in here. So I just want you to focus right in here, okay? And I guarantee you when I say this next part, before we start working on the third eye, you guys are going to go, oh my God. How many of y'all have been feeling extremely exhausted lately? Headaches, weird body pain that is new, okay? Because some of us have body pain all the time. New. And insane dreams. Insane dreams. Or traveling somewhere in the astral that you don't know where you are. How many of you guys have been having that lately? There's an interesting alignment today and tomorrow with the earth, the Schumann, the sun, all of these things. So chances are, if you've been feeling depressed, down, sad, angry, mad, upset, something you can't pronounce, something you don't know what it is, that has a lot to do with it. Has a lot to do with it. So that's why we're going to work on the third eye. I am going to turn this like a dial. I just want you to breathe. If you can close your eyes for a minute, even better. Ready? Now, I want you to continue focusing just all up in here. That's it. We're going to do the crown in a minute, but right now we're just focusing on this. Because if you've been having any of those things, if your gifts have been way more, if your gifts have been turned off, the world is crazy right now, and all of that energy affects everybody, including me. Oh yeah, this is the slow one. We don't want the slow one, do we? We need the fast one. We need the fast one. Gifts be crazy right now. Just breathe. I know. But he's like, whoa, 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 wait. We went from calm to not calm. Better, YouTube? Alright, we're going to work on the crown now. So that way, downloads, uploads are going better. Yeah? Breathe. I want you guys to remember that this is a no tolerance zone. We don't talk about politics in here. We don't talk about other creators in here, especially in a negative light. If you guys want to start drama or just be hateful, you may go fuck all the way off somewhere around the sun past Jupiter, high five 3i Alice on your way out, and come right back and fuck off again. This is not a place for you guys to come in here and be hateful, be rude, do anything like that. You can do that in any other live stream you would like to. My mods will screenshot your comment and screenshot you, and guess what? Energy signatures are a thing. You can end up in a jar. You will end up in a jar, and then every time something bad happens, you'll think of me and I'll live rent-free in that penthouse. I love the penthouse. It's got a great view. Just saying. I want you guys all to just breathe. Just breathe. That's it. That's it. You guys realize that you can speak up when someone is being hateful, when someone is being rude, when someone is being mean, when they're just being an internet troll. You don't have to be hateful back. You don't have to stoop to their wonderful second grade level. But you can tell them to shut up. You can block them. Block is my favorite thing in the world. Just saying. You don't have to be a part of their conversation. It is not tolerated here. It has not been tolerated here the entire time I have been on TikTok, which has been since TikTok was a TikTok. Just saying. What are you letting go of? I know someone asked me to do the Soul Star, and we will here in a minute, okay? But what are you letting go of? Because with a new year, you got to let go of something, right? So with the Witch's New Year, what are you letting go of? Said 2025, I can't with you. I can't with you. That was funny. love that so many of you guys, here's the thing, when it comes to letting go of things, we all have shit we need to let go of. Don't ever think that just because somebody has more followers than you, or they've been in the spiritual world longer than you, or whatever, that they don't have bullshit, that they don't have things that they're letting go of. Don't ever think that, okay? Because everybody does. And if they tell you that their life is perfect, then know damn well that it's not, and they're lying to themselves. So those of you guys that are letting go of really heavy shit, and those of you guys that are letting go of little bitty shit, I'm proud of you. Breathing. tonight we're not going to go as long. And I'm going to make a little bit of an announcement. Thank you guys for all the gifts and the shares and the follows and the subscribers and the love. I appreciate it. And then we're going to start reading for the Zodiacs for the upcoming spooky season, holidays, New Year, etc. For those of you guys that didn't know, I was asked to be a guest on Mr. Matt Fraser's podcast, and that episode released today. I will make sure to put the link up on my link tree and all of that. I should have done it beforehand, and I didn't think about it. Also, Igor took a bit getting set up. But that is out, so if you do not follow Matt Fraser, both on YouTube, TikTok, etc., you absolutely should. So if you guys would like to go and watch that episode, please make sure you do. I caught a little bit of it, and I hate watching myself. It's weird enough watching me do this, but yeah, it's hard to watch yourself on that kind of stuff. But it's a great episode. I was super, super glad that they wanted to have me on. I really enjoyed doing it. It is a really good episode, and it is all about Reiki, about energy work, and so on. So please go take a listen, go check it out. You won't be sorry, I promise. Watch the other episodes of Matt's podcast as well. I caught a few of them while I was waiting for this one to release, and every episode I watched was really, really good. Was really, really good, I'm not lying. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Yeah, we are. That's the answer. We are. I know I missed you guys on Monday, so I know you didn't have Zodiacs for the week, and I apologize. Every now and then, even people that make their living on social media, need a break too. And I want you guys to remember that you need a break too. You don't have to always be on. You don't have to always be doing everything for everybody else. You have to take a break as well. And if the people in your life don't like it, then what does that say about them? I'm just saying what I'm saying. The other thing I want to remind you guys of is this. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you do, any of that. You matter. You matter. I don't ever want you guys to forget that, because I think that in today's world, with everything going on, with all the demands that we have on us constantly, we forget that we matter. Part of the reason that I have kept the schedule of Monday nights and Thursday nights always having a Reiki session, unless I'm really sick, is because I know that there are a lot of people out there that you feel like you don't matter. I know that there are a lot of people out there that you feel like nothing you do matters. You feel like nobody cares, nobody sees you, etc. Well, I do. I see you. I care. Even if I never get to meet you in person, or we never get to say hello in person, you matter. The world is always a shit show. It's always been a shit show, and it always will be a shit show. But you still matter. If you weren't here, the world would miss you. I would miss you. People that you don't even know would miss you. And I want you guys to think of it in this way, okay? Because both here on TikTok and on YouTube and so on, let's just say currently on TikTok there are about 750 people watching. First of all, you will never ever be in this same spot in this same moment with these 750 people. Ever again. This is a once in a lifetime moment. Because you are watching this, it means that this comes across someone else's For You page, because you commented on YouTube, because you commented on TikTok. This came across someone else's For You page. And when it did, maybe they came in just at the right time to hear something that they needed to hear, or that they needed to see, or whatever. You'll never meet them. You'll never know their name, and they'll never know your name. But because of you, they caught exactly what they needed to catch. So don't ever think you don't matter. Don't ever think that you don't matter. We're going to start with Capricorn. We're going to go all the way around. My sweet, wonderful little Sagittariuses, you will be last but not least. If you caught any bit of that Reiki session, usually on Thursdays, Reiki sessions are a little smaller. Mondays are a full 45 minutes or so. We start with Capricorn. We go all the way around. That's what we're doing tonight. Because my brain says 1 equals first, right? Every Aries in here is like, we're always first. Not to my spicy brain. All right, Capricorns, are we ready? Here is what this Witch's New Year is bringing. Here is what Samhain is bringing to you. This is Isis and the Resurrection card. Capricorns, if you have been trying really, really hard to have a comeback, a resurrection, that phoenix moment, this is it. This is it. This is what Samhain, this is what Halloween, this is what the Day of the Dead are bringing to you, and that is a resurrection. I know that you Capricorns have been taking a lot of hits left and right lately because you've been being the bigger person. You've been being the steel backbone. You've been being the strong one. You've been being the focused one. You've been being the one that's working your ass off all the time. And it's been beating you into the dirt. Am I wrong, Capricorns? Am I wrong, Capricorns? My nose is itching. Somebody's talking about me. You've been beaten into the dirt. And you're done with it, right? And you're done with it, right, Capricorns? You're done. Halloween, Samhain, Day of the Dead is bringing you a complete transformation from the ground up. And then you have, finding love. Finding love. And then you have courage. All right, Capricorns. Finding love doesn't always mean finding another person. Okay? It doesn't always mean that a tall, dark stranger will meet you on the corner at midnight in the misty rain. I mean, it could, but not in this case, Capricorns, because guess what? You're going through an intense rebirth, an intense resurrection. This is you finding what you love once again. Because here's the thing. If y'all, let me tell you a little secret about Capricorns. And I know every Capricorn is like, don't you do it. But let me tell you a little secret. When a Capricorn gets overwhelmed, they like being overwhelmed and they do it to themselves. But when a Capricorn gets too overwhelmed, guess what they do? The first thing that they shuck off and they don't ever do is the things that they love to do. Maybe your Capricorn loves to go run, or maybe your Capricorn loves to paint, or maybe you love to play computer games or whatever. That is the first thing a Capricorn will stop doing when they're overwhelmed. Is the shit that they love to do. So Capricorns, this resurrection is bringing you back the things that you love. Could this be a person? Could this be rekindling your relationship? Could this be the person that's supposed to be with you? Absolutely. Absolutely it could. But with all of these other cards, what this is, especially with the Courage card being next, this is you getting back to the things that you love. And since it's been such a hard summer, Capricorns, you have let go of all of the things that you love to do. So you getting them back is going to take some courage, because it means you got to tell somebody else or something else that you don't have time for that thing anymore. Capricorns, this resurrection is going to cause you to do a lot of shadow work. Not sit down shadow work, but on a daily basis, on a moment to moment basis, do I need this in my life? Capricorns, you need to be sitting down and you need to be looking at everything that's going on. And the things that you know you no longer want to do, you need to pay attention to them and sit with them for a minute and just decide, does this have a place in my life anymore? And if the answer is no, if it doesn't enrich your life, if it doesn't do something that moves you forward in any way, then the answer is no. And you need to replace that with something that you love. And you need to have the courage to tell that person, that group, that boss, whatever, that you can no longer do that thing. Okay, Capricorns? That is the hardest for Capricorns to do, because Capricorns will take on everything they can because they can do it right. Every Capricorn here knows exactly what I'm talking about. They can do it right, so they'll just let them do it. Just let me do it. I can do it. Am I right? Am I right? Every Capricorn in here is laughing right now. You want this resurrection, Capricorns? You better let go of the bullshit. You better get back to doing the things that you love to do, and you better have the courage to tell some people no and to fuck off. Let me tell you guys something. And Capricorns, I want you to really, really listen. Because I know when the world gets really hard, y'all tend to just knuckle down and work. Your way of dealing with things is just to work. Like work, work, work. If you are doing something for you, Capricorn, if you color your hair for you, if you work in this particular job for you, if you drive this kind of car for you, if you wear whatever clothes you wear for you, and someone has a problem with it, that is a them problem. This is for all of y'all, but specifically Capricorns. This is a them problem. Let that sink in. It's a them problem. If what you're doing is not damaging anybody's property, hurting anybody else, and you're doing it because it makes you feel better about you, that's a them problem. That's a them problem. Capricorns, stop trying to be somebody you're not. Let this resurrection happen. So, here's the ancestral message for you Capricorns, okay? This is Nyx, and this is secrets and subterfuge and vigilance. Capricorns, all of the ancestors that came before you want you to remember that you are a secretive, magical little shit. Not everybody needs to know everything, Capricorn. That's what your ancestors want you to remember. Not everybody needs to know everything. Not everybody is privy to every aspect of your life, Capricorn. You don't have to share anybody. You don't have to share anything with anybody that you don't want to share with. You're not selfish. That's protection. Stones for Capricorns, for Halloween, for Day of the Dead, for Samhain. Golden Healer Quartz. If you have it, it's also called rutilated quartz. That is quartz with gold in it. Just clear quartz in general is going to be the best thing for you. Okay? There's so many other ones I want to give you. Hemimorphite is going to be the next best one. It's getting easier and easier to find. So clear quartz and hemimorphite. If you cannot find hemimorphite, labradorite is going to be the next easiest to find, but the next best thing that's super easy to find. Capricorns, you are the eagle. You are the golden eagle. Okay? You are the golden eagle. Aquarius. Are we ready? Are we ready, Aquarius? Who doesn't love to drink coffee at 9:15 at night? I mean, I love it. Did y'all know that at Walmart they have caramel apple coffee right now? It's delightful. It's delightful. I am going to clean out all the Walmarts in my area and hoard that, just like Smeagol. I need that. It's mine. I'm just kidding. I'll save some. It's delightful. My precious. Exactly. Those of y'all that got that joke, we're friends. You are on my nerd level, and we are friends. All right, Aquarius, are we ready? It's literally the Walmart brand. Somebody asked what brand is that. Here is how I do mine. When it's still hot, I put cinnamon in it. If you guys are allergic to cinnamon, a little bit of ginger would be just as good. I put cinnamon in mine. I put French vanilla and chocolate, like mocha, chocolate mocha creamer. So good. So good. That's weird, Aquarius. Why did I only draw one card for you right there? Why did I only draw one card for you? Because you needed to throw a card. Because you needed to throw a card. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright. Are we ready? You guys have integrity. And if I remember right, didn't you guys have this card a week or two ago? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? And that Aquarius had this card last week or the week before? Am I wrong? And then you have Banish a Curse. And this is the card that fell out on the floor, and it is magical power. It is upside down. Aquarius. Why I have one eye watering? Just one. Who doesn't love winter, fall allergies, whatever the hell they are? Aquarius, this Halloween, this Samhain, it's time for you to take a look at the things that have been going wrong, especially in the last 3 months. You need to look at all of the things that have been going wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. Because this is the Banish a Curse card. Aquarius, sometimes we can speak curses onto our own life. Sometimes it doesn't have to be anybody that puts a curse on us. We speak it into existence. And that's kind of what's been going on. Okay? Everybody has somebody that hates them. Everybody, I don't care who you are, you have somebody that hates you. That is always doing something, saying something, etc., sending bad juju your way. You gotta put up your protections, you gotta put up your walls, etc. But here's the thing. It is time for you to get back to the integrity of speaking about yourself in an amazing aspect, in an amazing way. And I know before you say it, because every Aquarius immediately started going, well, but blah, blah, blah. No buts. No cuts, no butts, no coconuts, Aquarius. You need to get back to those corny ass affirmations you say in the mirror. You need to get back to talking to yourself in a positive light. You need to get back to no more of this. I never blah, blah, blah. I don't get blah, blah, blah. I don't have, I never have, I blah, 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 blah. Because when you're speaking all this stuff into existence, Aquarius, you're cursing your own path. Now, a lot of you Aquariuses are like, okay, wait a minute. You're sitting here telling me that all of the bad luck is me. No, I'm not. When you speak a whole bunch of bullshit into existence for yourself, it's so much easier for other people's shit to get you. Remember how I just said that we all have haters? That we all have haterade going on? There's always somebody that's wanting us to fail. When you're talking really bad about yourself or to yourself, when you're manifesting bad shit into your life, it's so much easier for somebody else's bullshit to hit you. So Aquarius, all of that negative self-talk, what it's been doing is lessening your protections. So you're working on protections and then cutting them down, chopping holes in them, putting wide open spaces in them. Because you keep, I just want to shake you all. I just want to shake you all. You keep, I'm not good enough. I don't know this. I never win this. You keep on doing those things, Aquarius. And so when you do that, all of those beautiful, glorious protections you've been putting into place suddenly have wide open spaces. People just walk right through it with their bullshit little shit. Aquarius, this is the time when you get back to that integrity aspect of you. This is the time where you get back to making sure that you are talking about you in an amazing light. Every Aquarius I've ever known does this. Every single one. My sister's an Aquarius, so tell me I don't know Aquariuses. Every single Aquarius I've ever known does this. Y'all could just have won the Nobel Peace Prize, climbed Mount Everest, won $10 million, and life is grand, and you're still going to talk bad about yourself. You're still going to talk bad about yourself. You could look perfect. Your face could be perfect. Your hair could be perfect. Your clothes could be perfect. And you're still going to talk bad about yourself. I know. I'm not dumb. I know. It's time for you to banish all of these freaking curses that people have been putting on you. And how you do that? Because I'm going to tell you something else. Are you ready? All these people that have been throwing all the bad juju your way, they don't know shit about anything. And you're just letting their bullshit shit hit you. So when you stop talking bad about you, Aquarius, all of those glorious protections that you've been putting up suddenly are the glorious protections that you've been putting up. And nobody's stupid little crap gets through them. And then this no longer is a problem of you feeling like your magic is blocked, of you feeling like something with you is not working. Start little. Start little. Make yourself a promise that just for tomorrow, anytime something bad gets in your mind about you, you go, just flick it. Nope. The minute you start to think, oh, my eyes are crooked. That's my favorite one about myself because I got stroke eye. My eyes are crooked. Oh, I hate my teeth. Oh, my hair is not as fluffy as it should be. Oh, as soon as that pops in your head, just start with one day. Just one day, okay? And then you can go from there. Don't try to make all these big changes at once because you've been programming yourself with it for months now. Just a little bit. Just start with a little bit, Aquarius. I promise you'll notice a big difference. You'll notice a big difference. You'll notice your protections coming back, and you'll notice all of the bad shit starts to do this. Just saying. So what is it that your ancestors need you to know, Aquarius? This is the Lady of Masks, and this is reclaiming yourself. Aquarius, you need to remember who you are. Remember where you came from. And sometimes remembering where you came from is as easy as going and looking through old photos. Go look through those old photos, Aquarius. Go look through them. Go remember all those fun birthday parties in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever, 70s, 60s. Go remember all of those Christmases where you got everything you wanted and then some. Go remember going to Grandma and Grandpa's house. Go remember going to your favorite aunt's house, your uncle's house, whoever. Go remember. Go sit and look at some photo albums. Your ancestors want you to go sit and reclaim who you are, Aquarius. Stones for Aquarius. Any type of wood, petrified wood, actual wood, wooden beads, wooden earrings, etc. Because y'all need to ground yourself. You can ground yourself to your room if you want to, I don't care. But y'all need to ground yourself. And then I'm going to say black tourmaline. Okay? Black tourmaline. You know what? Y'all are the dragonfly, Aquarius. Y'all are the dragonfly. Yeah. Pisces out. Y'all were pretty quick with your anchor card there, Pisces. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. Make sure that you guys follow me everywhere. Make sure you follow me on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, the Book of Faces, Pinterest, X, all the things. All the things. All right. Pisces, are we ready? Are we ready? Ooh, okay. The Morrigan. And this is the Sovereignty card. This is not my favorite depiction of the Morrigan, but it's still a pretty powerful one. It's still a pretty badass one. But this is Sovereignty. So guess what that tells me, Pisces? That tells me that your normal squishy self is starting to get back to your sovereign self. So here's the thing. Pisces, have people been saying that you're mean lately? That you're hard lately? That they don't know what's wrong with you lately? Pisces, have people been accusing you of being hateful or not paying attention to them or whatever? Insert whatever here to make you do something else for them. Pisces, I want you to sit for a minute. I want you to think about who has been saying that, because as you have been busting your ass to get back to that sovereign nation that you are, my glorious little Pisces friend, as you have been busting your ass to put up boundaries, as you have been becoming that tidal wave, that tsunami, instead of that little bitty calm tide pool that everybody sloshes in, as you have been becoming that powerful ass bitch that we know you are. It's been bothering the people that have been taking advantage of you. Because when you set boundaries, Pisces, and when you suddenly are a sovereign person again, it's been bothering the people that have been taking advantage of you. So I want you to really think, Pisces, about who has been complaining that you're not there for them enough. Who has been complaining that you don't do this anymore or you don't do that anymore. Y'all immediately thought of 3 or 4 people, didn't you? You immediately had one person come to mind like that, and then a couple more fluttered in, didn't they, Pisces? Didn't they? And then you have Luna. And then you have safe travel with a tidal wave, because you can't make this shit up. Your emotions aren't broken, Pisces. They're finally becoming sovereign again. Your emotions are in check. You're not cold. You are in control of them. Your emotions no longer rule you. You use your emotions to rule your own life, Pisces. Whereas this beginning of this year, this summer, had you all the way jacked up with all the crazy emotions. Not now. Not now. Now you are a badass, sovereign tidal wave. Am I right, Pisces? Am I right? This safe travels card, if you are wanting to plan a vacation, this is the time to plan the vacation. Maybe not today, leave town tomorrow, but if you're wanting to plan a vacation, this is the time to do it, Pisces, okay? But the safe travel card, for me with this reading, is all about you having the authority of your own self to move forward wherever you want to go. If it's finding a new job, if it's moving to a different house, different state, whatever, if it's leaving a relationship, if it's walking away from a toxic friend, whatever it is, Pisces, this is the time for it. You are divinely protected because you are finally a sovereign tidal wave, Pisces. People no longer walk on you. So pay really close attention to those people that have been mad because you're no longer going out of your way for them. Pisces, you are an amazing, amazing person. You always have been an amazing person. And the people that want to take advantage of that are all the way fucked up, and you don't need them in your life. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of puzzle piece TikTok just gave me there. I'm going to hope that that was like a rose really close up, but it looked like innard tissue. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was a special little puzzle thing for Halloween, but that was a little, I don't know what that was, and it was a little gross, I'm not gonna lie. It looked like some innards. I wish y'all could have seen that, because I was a little shocked. Before you guys go, well, what do innards look like? I've seen mine. I've actually seen the inside of my heart and my knee. It's not as great as you think it would be. All right, so Pisces, what is it your ancestors want you to know? This is the age list. This is wisdom. It's wisdom. Wisdom, kindness, compassion, acceptance. You have to accept, Pisces, that you don't need certain people in your life. This is right along with this, and that all of those that came before that are no longer here want you to remember, Pisces, that you just have to accept you. You don't need other people to accept you. I'm going to tell you guys, those of you non-Piscesians, let me tell you something. A Pisces is one of the best friends you can ever have. They will feel every emotion for you. So those of you earth signs, you need a Pisces friend. They are some of the most loyal friends that you can ever find. Ever. I have a few very close Pisces friends. I will fight you to the death over these people. Just saying, Pisces. Y'all tend to give your love and your kindness to people that don't deserve it. Accept that you don't need that bullshit. Okay? Just saying. Every single Pisces was thinking about their mom, their dad, their grandpa, their grandma, whoever it is. You were thinking about somebody that used to make sure that you knew that you didn't need those people who were being shits to you. Every one of you was thinking of them, weren't you? Weren't you? I'm just saying. I looked up to see over here on YouTube Miss Amy Tillman. I feel like I just need to read this out loud, what she said over here. In case someone needs to hear this, quoting Bodhi herself, just hold on a little longer. Just wait a little bit longer. Your ripples matter. Y'all don't forget that. Just hold on. Just wait, okay? Just make it till Monday. Just make it till Monday. Just make it till Thursday. Stones for Pisces. Ocean Jasper and Larimar. Ocean Jasper and Larimar. You guys are the Orca. You guys are the Orca. Pretty and dangerous at the same time. All right. My lovely little Aries, where's all my Aries at? I know they're here. I know they're here. Of course, the Aries got to have 3 cards. Of course they do. Of course they do. All right. Are we ready, Aries? Yeah? Yeah? There they are. I look up and I see all the Aries all over everywhere. All right. Y'all have the defense. By the way, this particular goddess that's on this card is called Aradia. If y'all are not familiar with her, she's a pretty scary lady. Cool as shit. Just saying. This is Aradia. Y'all have defense. And then you have mindfulness. This is where I say you can't make this shit up because you also have the defense card. So 2 separate decks. You pulled the defense card. And then you have leadership. I'm like blown away that in 2 decks you pulled the defense card, Aries. Aries, this Halloween, this Samhain is bringing you back to being the defender. Being that cardinal sign that brings in the summer. Being that defender of those around you. Every single Aries that I know, you guys have kind of been like taking a little bit of a step back lately. You've been just kind of being a little muted. You've been being a little quiet, a little calm. And I know that, and in my mind right now, I'm thinking about all of the different Zodiac weekly readings that I've given you, Aries, lately, where I've been like, this is a weird week for you guys. Y'all are a little bit quiet. Y'all are a little bit calm. Like, all of those are going through my head right now. This Halloween, it's almost like you were preparing, you were storing up your energy and getting ready. This Samhain, this Halloween, what is going on right now? Y'all are feeling all of that boil up inside you. Now, it's not like you're boiling up and suddenly you're going to explode. It has nothing to do with that, Aries. What it does have to do with is You can feel this defense coming. That's why you have the mindful card. You can feel the need for this defense coming. You have been on high alert. It's almost like, so there's a thing called HSP, highly sensitive person. And I know that when I say that, because when somebody told me that, I was like, okay, man. It's actually a thing. Seriously, look it up. HSP. This is when your emotions, your gifts, your abilities, your senses, whatever it is, are on heightened alert. So instead of you just being the normal little empath that you are like heightened to a point it hurts. Instead of you just having like extra hearing a little bit, because some people have like, eagle ears, you are hearing everything to the point it hurts. So every one of you Aries is in this boat right now. You've been feeling it. That's what this mindfulness card is. You've been feeling it hardcore. All of your gifts have been multiplied. All of your senses have been multiplied. And I would bet my buttocks that every one of you Aries has also been pulling out all of your black crystals. You have been doing everything you can to clear your space, to protect your space. All of that. All of that. Yeah? Protection is defense. Y'all realize that, right? Protection is defense. If y'all have been doing everything you can to protect yourself, your property, everything, you are in defensive mode. You are in defensive mode. The other thing I'm going to say is this, Aries. This leadership card right here. It's time for you to take charge of your own defense, of your own protection, of your own mindfulness about the world around you, of every single thing that's been piling on you lately. It's time to get it off. It's time to let it go. There's no more just letting shit pile up. No more. You've been quiet. You've been paying attention. You've been just looking at every little thing that's been going on. Yeah? What that tells me is that the people around you are probably going to have a hard time this fall. They're probably going to have a hard time this winter. It's not fair for you to be the one to be their defender, but at the same time, Aries, we all know that that's who you are deep inside. So when you see something that's wrong, speak up. When you hear something happening that's wrong, speak up. Be the defender. Be the Iron Man. Put on the suit. Go do the thing. Or be Batman. I don't care. Iron Man, Batman, Superman. I don't care. Pick one. Professor X, Mystique. I don't care. Pick one. Well, Mystique's a bad guy, so I don't know that maybe he's really big on. But you know what I'm saying. If this is the defense card, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Okay, it's not. It's the thinker. It's the thinker. This is reinvention, intuition, and instruction. Aries, here's the ancestral message for you. Do you remember every single one of you has an ancestor that taught you the spiritual things? Whether it was in church, whether it was witchy stuff, whether it was whatever. Every single one of you has someone that taught you the things, that tried to teach you to be a bigger person, a better person, a stronger person, whatever. Every single one of you Aries had somebody that kind of took you under their wing, and they were like, hey, let me teach you how to do this, right? I want you to sit, and I want you to think about what they taught you. What does that have your intuition screaming at you right now? Just saying. I'm just saying. Stones for Aries. Stones for Aries. Blue apatite and obsidian. Blue apatite and obsidian. Y'all are the cobra. Y'all the Aries right now. I'm just saying. All right. Where's my Tauruses? I almost said Gemini. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I almost said Gemini. Every Taurus would have been like dagger eyes through the camera at me. I love you, Tauruses. I love you, Tauruses. I love you, Tauruses. All right, Taurus, this was a lot. There were a lot of cards that kept trying to come out. I just want you to know, I see you over there, Tauruses. Your ancestors obviously have a lot of messages, and obviously we're trying to get a lot through. So maybe pay attention. So maybe pay attention. All right, Taurus, you ready? Y'all have the health card. I never can pronounce this goddess's name. I've heard it pronounced repeatedly. I can't do it. Eingana. But this is the health card. And then you have a blessed day. And then you have safe travel. Okay, Taurus. One of the things I want to point out about this card is that she is a snake. Literally. A goddess that the bottom half of her is a snake. Not like Medusa where her hair is snakes, okay? She's not a Gorgon. She's a goddess. I just feel like, here's what I'm going to start with, Taurus. Your health is about to take an intense uptick, change for the better. I say that because of the Blessed Day card and the Safe Travel card. This is also the butterfly, okay? Now, before you guys get, jumping and all excited about it, let me say this. I don't like to read health stuff. I don't, okay? Because there are always contingencies with it. So what I'm going to say is this, Taurus, because it's really interesting that this goddess in particular is on the health card. There are a lot of things that need to happen that you need to change, Taurus. You know it, so I'm just putting that right there, right? You know it. But it's not what you think. Sometimes just maybe cutting out red meat and eating chicken for a week. Sometimes maybe just putting a little bit more leaf greens. Sometimes maybe just walking a lap around your block. Sometimes something odd that you don't really think about is what needs to happen, Taurus. Because y'all are creatures of habit. Really, really big creatures of habit. So changing one little thing is a massive thing. Change one little thing. Just one. Pick one little teeny tiny thing and change that. Just for a little bit, a couple weeks, see what happens. Maybe if you're like me and you drink several sodas a day, maybe cut back a few. Maybe drink more tea instead. I probably should do that too, and I'm not even a Taurus. Whatever this is, Taurus, there is something specific with you, health-wise, that just one little teeny tiny tweak would make a massive change. You've been already working really hard. You've been taking all the vitamins. You've been eating better. You've been doing all of the things, Taurus. You've been really trying, right? Because nobody likes to be sick. I mean, let's face it, nobody likes to be sick. Especially Tauruses, because you want to fully enjoy sitting around. You Tauruses don't want to sit around because you feel like shit. You want to sit around because you want to enjoy the fuzzy blanket and the food and the movie or the TV show. Y'all want to enjoy it, right? So if you're sitting around because you're sick, you can't enjoy it. You can't enjoy being lazy if you're sick, right? So Taurus, you've already been doing all of the work. You've already been putting in all the things. Things are about to change. They're about to shift. They're about to have a turnaround for you in more ways than just your health. But because you've been working on your health, that affects everything else. And when you think about that too, people don't realize how much their health affects everything else. But if you don't feel good, whether it's mentally, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, if you don't feel good, then you don't want to do things. You don't really want to go to work, but you don't really want to lay around in bed, or you just don't want to do those things. So when you start to work on the physical stuff, the health stuff, then you start feeling better in so many different ways. Taurus, this is basically to say, I see you, the universe sees you, and the universe knows that you've been busting your ass to try to be better physically. I love that the Blessed Day card came up because I think that you guys just need the encouragement that you are doing the right thing. You are getting better. You are putting in the work, and the universe is like, I see you. I see you. The safe travel card is interesting, and I want you to just come close and we're going to chat, Taurus. If you're not a Taurus, you don't need to listen to this part. It's for Taurus ears only. Taurus, I know you've been having a problem traveling. You and I both know what that means. I know you've been having a problem traveling. Sometimes when you feel like shit, you can't astral travel. Because mentally you're exhausted, because physically you feel like shit. Know that as you start to feel better, as your health starts to get stronger, these travels are going to start to happen more and more and faster, and you're going to get right back up to where it is that you were. Just saying. Just saying, Taurus. Okay, those of you guys that are not Tauruses, you can listen now. You can listen now. I see you, Taurus. We all see you. The universe sees you. You've been doing the right thing, and we're all proud of you. All right, are you ready, Taurus? This is the ancestral card. Also the Maestro, understanding, community, and ingenuity. Taurus, every one of you has a very, very unique, interesting ancestral community around you. Every single one of you. Not only do you have a very unique ancestral community around you, they were some smart shits, and they don't want you to forget it. I want you to look at all of those ancestors that were very ingenious and had a lot of ingenuity when it came to their life, how they lived it, and what they did. And I want you to look at that ingenuity, and I want you to see where you can incorporate some of that into your own life. Just saying. Stones for Taurus. Rainbow fluorite. Rainbow fluorite and amethyst, but the banded amethyst. It's either called banded amethyst or chevron amethyst, same thing. It's the amethyst with the white lines in it. Because that helps with ancestors and with recall. Y'all are the owl. Y'all are the owl. And I know Sass is going to say I said that because she likes owls, but that's not why. Y'all are the owl. All right, Gemini. Are we ready? Where's all my Geminis at? Where's all my Geminis at? Gemini's tried to pull a ton of cards. A ton of cards. What the hell, Gemini? All right. This is the Persuasion card, Gemini. This is another goddess that I can't pronounce her name. If I remember right, she is a Japanese goddess. Uzume. But this is Persuasion. Then you have Passion and financial security, which every Gemini is like, I approve of this message. Okay. Gemini, what this Samhain, this Halloween, this Witches' New Year is bringing you is very interesting. The universe has been kind of persuading you or trying to persuade you to move in a certain direction, and you have been fighting it tooth and nail. It has to do a lot with something in your past that you let go of, but you kind of regret that you let go of it. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a job, whether it's a hobby, whether it's, I don't know, something. There was something that I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago you let go of, either because someone told you to, you felt you needed to move forward in your job or something. You did it kind of for the right reasons, but you've regretted it ever since. And your mind keeps going back. Like that. The universe has been persuading you to pick that up again. Now, let me say this. If this is a friend, or if this is a relationship, I'm not going to say to call that person. Okay? But, so we're going to talk about if it's a person in a minute. If this is a hobby, a job, a situation, a thing you used to do, or whatever, that you have been suddenly thinking about, and you are longing to get back to doing that thing, do it. What is stopping you? Make time. And for every Gemini that says, we don't have the time, yes, you do. If you want to, you will, Gemini. If you want to, you will. This is the Persuasion card. I know you Geminis can be really persuasive when you want to be. Really persuasive when you want to be. Am I right? If you want to, you will, Gemini. Because this thing was something that you had an amazing passion for. It was not something that you just started randomly. It was not something that just on a whim. It was something that you did for a long time, and you stopped doing it to move forward in other directions. Now, if this is a person, let's talk about that, because some of you guys are like, well, what if it's a person? if this is a friend or a love interest or relationship that you let go of because it was time to let go of that person, this is not saying to call them. This is not saying to show up at their house. This is not saying to reach out to them if you do not talk to them on a normal basis now. Okay? If you are regretting letting go of a friend or a relationship or something like that, why do you regret that? Because there's a reason. And you need to be honest with yourself, Gemini. Do you regret it because maybe you feel like you didn't do everything for that relationship that you could have to make it work out? Maybe you feel like if you had just said one more thing to that friend, or if you had just gone on that trip, or if you, whatever it is, I want you to look at what that could be, okay? Because that's going to tell you what it is that you need to get back to. Do you see what I'm saying? And some of you guys are like, well, you know, I regret not, you know, trying a little harder. How is that something I need to get back to if I can't call that person? Gemini, we all have stuff that we wish we had tried harder with. It could be that you regret letting go of that person because you used to go ice skating with them all the time and you quit ice skating, or you used to go, I don't know, painting with them or whatever. What is it you miss about that person? What is it you regret about that relationship? Okay? Now, some of you guys are like, well, I don't really regret it. Then it wasn't for you. Then me talking about somebody wasn't for you. The first part was for you. That's why I said we're going to talk about two different things. So if there's something that you used to do that you quit doing, a hobby, a job, a whatever, exercise, that is what you need to look at. Okay? Because that was part of you. That was part of your passion. Here's what I love about you Geminis. Y'all are like super all or nothing with everything. You will flip from like the goofiest person I've ever met in my life to like the most serious person I've ever met in my life, like that. Like it is crazy. But the other thing I love about you Geminis is that you are so diverse with everything that you do. Simultaneously, you will have a whole selection of Play-Doh over here that you make things out of and smash them on purpose. And you will have a huge spreadsheet of every financial thing you've ever done in your life. Like, it just cracks me up. Y'all have this crazy diversity about yourself. So what happens? What happens? You know, in those... You see people that build the towers out of the wine glasses or champagne glasses, and, you know, this gorgeous thing, and they all have champagne in them, and blah, 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 blah. What happens if you take one out of the middle? What happens if you build this gorgeous house of cards, and you take one out of the middle? What happens if you're playing Jenga, and you take an entire thing out of the middle? Not just one, all three of them. What happens? Shit topples, right? Shit topples. That is why when you let go of this passion, when you let go of this thing, you have felt a little less than, and you have felt like there's something with you financially that hasn't stuck how it needs to stick. The universe is trying to bring you back to a place of financial security, Gemini, and you remembering what this passion was and you getting back to it is key. It is key. You have work to do, Gemini. So in other words, go pick that hobby back up. Really? Okay. A yawn for the Geminis. Go get some sleep also, Gemini. What is it that your ancestors need you to know? This is where I say you can't make this shit up, because this is Hawthorne, and this is culture, meditation, In other words, hobbies, fun. Geminis, tell me you're stubborn without telling me you're stubborn. Somebody's talking about me. My nose is itching. Tell me you're stubborn without telling me you're stubborn. I just was talking about you getting back to the hobbies that you miss. Geminis, I want you to think about some of the things that you used to do as a kid. With your mom, with your dad, with your grandparents, with your whoever. What were some of the things that you used to do with people that are no longer here? I'm just saying what I'm saying. Stones for Geminis. Rose quartz and lapis. Rose quartz and lapis. Cancers, you tried to throw a couple of things out. No. Animal for Gemini. You guys are the spider. You guys are the spider. Really? Don't know why I'm yawning. I've been trying to talk slower this evening. I'm driving myself crazy. I've been trying to talk a little slower. Oh my gosh, whoever it is that's talking about me, I would like for you to not do that because my nose is itchy. All right. Are we ready, Cancers? This is Nyx, and this is respite. Respite. And then you have learn the truth. And then you have grounding. All right, Cancers. Ready? We're going to talk. It's time for you to take a rest. Not because you need to back off, not because you need to stop doing things. You just need to take a rest. So when the respite card comes, the respite card comes up, this is just sitting back and watching, okay? This, I mean, as you can see, Nyx is sitting here on her throne, just watching, just taking a rest and watching. The learn the truth and the grounding card. Cancer, you just need to chill for a minute. I know that you guys are the cardinal sign of summer. When it's Cancer season, it's summer, right? The sun is out, everybody's at the lake or at the ocean or at the beach or having fun and everybody's happy, right? When it's Cancer season, it's fun season, right? So you guys are go, 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 go. We don't stop. We just go, we just go, we just go, right? But Cancer, you've been going about one specific thing lately. Whether this is your job, whether it's your relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a person, whether it's a thing, whether it's a hobby, whatever it is, you have been hyper focused on something. And you need to take a step back. Because the other thing I know about you, Cancers, because I've raised a couple of you. My mom was a Cancer Leo cusp. Let me tell you about that sometime. I love my mom. Don't think I don't, but. And I was married to two of you. Y'all get obsessive about something and you just can't pause. And sometimes you're obsessive about this thing and then bam, you're obsessive about this thing. And then bam, you're obsessive about this. And no one really knows what to do. But Cancer, there has been something that you have been obsessed about that is almost an unhealthy way of thinking about whatever this is. And you need to take a step back and take a rest. Because it is becoming all-consuming with you. For a lot of you guys, this is a habit, right? Work. This is a behavior, basically, Cancer, that you just can't seem to not do, no matter how hard you try. It's like being obsessed with a person and you know you don't need to call that person for the 97th time today, but you do anyway. It's just like you can't stop yourself. It's almost compulsive, right? This is okay, so don't be mad. This is some shadow work, Cancers. This is some shadow work. Because in taking a step back and in looking at why you're obsessed with this thing, this habit, this job, this person, this behavior, this car, this house, whatever it is that you're obsessed with, Cancers, and taking a step back, that will help you see the truth of why you're obsessed with it. And you need to actively be asking yourself, why am I obsessed with this job or with moving or with this hobby or with this person or with this place? Why am I obsessed with it? And at first, some of you guys will be like, well, because I really just love that person. Or, oh, because, work makes me happy or makes me feel fulfilled. There's a deeper meaning behind why you're obsessed with that thing. There's a deeper meaning. One of the things that, this is every Cancer I've ever met. The ones I've been married to, the ones I raised, my mom, like, you know what I mean? Like every Cancer that I've ever known in my life. Y'all are really intense. You're intense at being intense. You're intense at rest. It doesn't matter. You're very intense, right? So you get ungrounded to a crazy level. And being the cardinal water sign, you always have some deep emotional undercurrent going on. You don't sit still. And when you do sit still, you're overthinking all of these things because of that emotional undercurrent. Am I right? So Cancer, one of the things that this witch's new year is bringing in for you is the ability to sit and just focus. Sit and just think. Not overthink about this thing, but just kind of let your mind drift. Think about the tree that you're staring at over there. Think about that beautiful wave and the beach over there. Because here's the thing, Cancer. If you can't sit still and just be still, then there's no point in you obsessing over anything. Because you're obsessing over something that either you can't control or you can't do anything with. And I know that as I'm saying this, every one of you Cancers is like, now look here. But I'm telling you, and don't think, let me pause. Don't think that I haven't been watching the comments and some of you guys saying, I feel called out right now. You've been obsessed with something and throwing yourself into something because you're hiding the truth from yourself. You're really good at seeing the truth with other people, Cancers. You are. You really and truly are. But you're hiding something with you. Being able to just take a step back and watch and take a step back and just breathe and look at everything, that will help you ground. It will help you see the truth, and it will help you figure out why this thing has become an unhealthy obsession. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Cancer's really the Abaddon card? The Abaddon card? This is pestilence and malice. Cancers, I want you, now this is not your ancestors telling you you need to be feral, okay? Just to be clear. Because some Cancer out there is like, oh, I get to be, no. Cancer. This is a little bit of a shadow work ancestor aspect. This is your ancestors telling you to look at that one person that is no longer here that you absolutely disliked. That hateful uncle. that grandpa that was always mean, that grandma or that mom that never failed to tell you your shortcomings. This is you taking a hardcore look at which one of those ancestors was just mean to you and how it made you feel. Because in looking at that person, you're going to have a couple of things happen. One, you're going to see some traits that you have that either you learn from them, gain from them, etc., good and bad. And two, you're going to see why you might be obsessed with this other person, this job, this habit, this thing. Okay? I don't like that I had to tell you to look at a person in your past that you really, really hate. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Stones for Cancers. Smoky quartz. Y'all need it. Y'all need it. Y'all need it because smoky quartz is like a dialysis machine. And did I say that you need it? You need it. Smoky quartz and sodalite. Because sodalite is going to help you guys kind of woo-saw a little bit and calm down and be able to just sit and focus. Okay? Animals a little harder. Y'all are the hyena. Y'all are the hyena. I know some of you are like, what did you call me? Y'all are the hyena. Yeah. All right. Leo, I need all of y'all to take a collective breath because what the hell was that? No. 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 That was a lot, Leos. That was a lot. Oh, I guess I put a card face up in my deck? Okay. Alright then. Leos, once again, I would like for you to take a breath. I'm going to give you 3 cards only because you had one fall out, and I'm going to show you the card that fell out as I was saying to take a breath because it's funny. And not funny at the same time. This card fell out, whopper-jawed. And this is the balanced emotion card, and it fell out like this. As I was saying, I'm going to need y'all to take a collective breath. This is where I say, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, Leos. Both of my Leos are home right now. Brody is home for my nephew's wedding. They're both sitting in there in the living room. Leos. Look, I have gifted the world 2 of you. I have raised another one. I want you to calm down. I want you to breathe. Desperation. Really? Really? Good fortune. Okay. All right. All right. And safe travel. And what's funny is, this is the card that I said, oh, there was a card face up in my deck. And I turned it over and put it back in there. So the fact that this came up. Okay. I understand the desperation card now, because I'm not going to lie, when I turned that over, I thought, look, can we start over? Because both my kids are Leos and I don't want them to have any kind of desperation anything, right? Besides, I love you, Leos. Y'all might be the drama of the Zodiac, but I fucking love y'all because y'all are always like, do or die, go, 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 let's do the things, and I just love y'all. Y'all are like some of the funnest people to be around, until you're not. I also now understand the balanced emotions being like this, because this is insane. The fact that I tell y'all to calm down and this falls out. All right, Leos. You haven't told anybody, but you've been operating from a place of desperation. You've been operating from a place of fear, a place of anxiety, and you've been putting this nice shell on top of it. You haven't been telling anybody. You might have mentioned, you might have mentioned that your anxiety was high. You might have mentioned that, there was a little bit of stuff going on that maybe you had to, you might have meant, like, in passing, just, but you didn't tell anybody, did you? You just powered through it. You just soldiered through it. You just continued to hold your big kid pants up and just walk forward. You didn't tell anybody. Whether it's things from your past, whether it's things from now, whether it's future things, whether it's the world, whether it's your face, whether it's your foot. You've just been soldiering through. You haven't been telling anybody. You've been making jokes about it because that's what Leos do. And that's about it. What's interesting about this, Leos, is that this holiday, instead of operating from a place of desperation, this weekend is going to be a unique shift, a collective shift for every Leo. Whether you just wake up or you just have this moment like this during the day or something, you just feel lighter. You just feel stronger. You just feel better. And I don't know how to explain it to you because every one of you, Leo or not, you have had this happen. You just suddenly feel good, calm. And I'm going to tell you how to jumpstart that because this is the good fortune card. I know that you've been operating from this place, Leos. What I'm going to recommend is this. This weekend, tonight, tomorrow, Friday, well, tomorrow is Friday. This weekend, let's just leave it at that this weekend. I want you guys to just do something to give back to the universe a little bit. Do something in looking at what you're grateful for. It can literally be that you have cute ears. That you have a cute dog. That your dog loves you. It can be that you're just breathing today. But start looking at the things that you're thankful for and giving something back to the universe. And it's really easy. People overcomplicate that all the time. When I say give back to the universe, you don't have to go spend money. You don't have to go give away all your things. You don't have to do anything like that. Go water some flowers. Put some bird feed out. Crumble up some bread. Put some bread out. Do something nice for someone else. Even if it's just maybe your elderly neighbor hasn't pulled their trash cans up. Pull their trash cans up for them. Do something nice. Just give back to the universe. Give thanks to the universe. Sit and say thanks. Go sit outside for a little bit, unless it's like, snowing, freezing cold, rainy. Because I know we have a frost warning tonight. It's weird. Just do something nice. Be thankful. One of the things, I feel like I need to tell you guys this. One of the things that I was taught to do as a kid, my grandma used to do, she would put, it's weird, but I understand why now that I know what I know in life. She used to have a bowl on her windowsill in the kitchen. She had like a decently wide windowsill about like this. And up by the window, she would put a bowl of water. And she would put some coins in it. couple quarters, couple pennies, whatever. She would just put some coins in it. Not a lot, like 3 or 4. And then if we had flowers outside, she would pick a flower and float a flower in it. If we didn't, and she couldn't go buy flowers, sometimes she would make a paper flower. Just cut it out. She wouldn't color it anything. Just cut it out and float it in there. Just a flower floating on it. Just a sweet thank you to the universe. I do the same thing. I have plants, so I water my plants. I talk to my plants. I have money bowls. I have a water money bowl on my, kitchen windowsill, like things like that. It can literally be as easy as that. Just saying. It can be as easy as that. But look at the things that the universe has brought to you and be thankful for that, because that's what's going to turn that desperation around into good fortune. I'm going to say this way on purpose, okay? Leos, the universe is giving you safe passage just to move around lately, going forward. And when I say just to move around the universe, whether that's driving, flying, physically moving, or just moving around the universe. Do you see what I'm saying? Just moving around the universe. In other words, you're protected. And this is the eternal servitor. This is hope and yearning and incompleteness. When you're giving thanks this week, when you're talking about what you're grateful for, when you're thinking about what you're grateful for, Leos, what is it? What are your hopes? What are the things that you used to share with some of your ancestors, some of your people that are no longer here, that you wanted to do when you grew up? What did you want to be when you grew up? Whether you became that or not. What were the things that you used to talk to your people about? The things you hoped for. Look at those things. Talk about those things. And here's the thing. When you do those kind of things, when you talk about the stuff that you had hoped would happen as a kid, it has nothing to do with making you feel bad. It has nothing to do with being upset that you didn't become that astronaut or that cop or whatever. Who did you talk to about that the most? What kind of encouragement did they always give you? Do you see what I'm saying? Stones for Leos. Carnelian and chaurite. Carnelian and chaurite. Y'all know that if I ever give you a stone that you don't have, and you don't have the cash to go buy a new stone, because let's face it, everybody be broke right now, look up what that stone means and see what you have that will work in a pinch. Okay? Don't ever stress that you can't go buy a stone that I've recommended. Okay? I'm serious. Don't ever stress about that. Alright. Animals a little harder, Leos. You're the black bear. No, you're not. You're the grizzly bear. You're the grizzly bear. Yeah, you're the grizzly bear. All right. I already have everything drawn out for you, Virgos. I know y'all were waiting patiently. In case you missed it earlier, for those of you guys that are coming in on TikTok and and YouTube and so on, make sure that you catch the latest episode of Matt Fraser's Undeniable Proof podcast that aired today on the 30th of October. Has yours truly in it, and I would love for you guys to go enjoy it. Are we ready, Virgos? The answer is yes. Ooh, you have my number, Jet. This is redemption. Redemption, Virgos. Every one of y'all knows exactly what this means. When I turned this over, every one of you went, ugh! Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. You can't make this shit up. Did I not just say redemption and then you have overcome fear? And then you have good luck. Can I be a Virgo? Virgo. Very similar to the Capricorns and the Tauruses. All the earth signs have just been taking the brunt of the shit. Very similar to them. You have been letting yourself get beat down. You didn't realize that you were letting yourself get beat down, but you were. Whether it was letting somebody take advantage, whether it was dulling yourself for somebody else, whatever it was, you were letting yourself get beat down. For probably, 8 months? 8 months now, Virgos? Just over and over. Yeah? Over and over. You've been getting hit. And you've just been like, you know what? Okay. Not like you, but you've just been letting it go. You've been turning the other cheek because you just didn't want to fight, or you just didn't want to, whatever. Insert whatever you said. Well, I just don't want to. Well, insert that here. Right? Here's the thing, Virgos. I would bet that over the last couple of days, you have felt a little more powerful, and I'm right. I would bet that over the last couple of days, you have felt like a fiery little shit. I would bet that over the last couple of days, you have already been feeling this. I would bet over the last few days, you've already told some people to fuck all the way off. I would bet over the last couple of days that you have told some people to kick rocks and blocked them. I would bet over the last couple of days you've been wearing your big kid shoes, you've been pulling your big kid pants up, and you don't give a fuck who it is that has a problem with you. Am I right, Virgos? Am I right? Because you've been needing this fucking redemption, and the universe has brought it to you. And if y'all don't know about my mom, Bridget, or Brigitte, depending on who it is that you're hearing pronounce it, you should go learn. She is one of my favorites, and you should go learn. Every Virgo, you have homework, and that is to go learn about this woman right here. And you'll see why. Virgos, one thing about the last 8 months is this. You have developed a healthy dose of fear. Because in letting somebody else always go first, or somebody else walk on you, or whatever it is, like, I'm like fired up for you, Virgos, whatever it is, and letting all of this happen and all of this come forward and so on, you have developed this healthy, massive of fear right here. And it sits right here. And every time you've been thinking about doing something new, trying something new, doing whatever, that fear kicks in, and you start having anxiety, and you can't breathe, and you don't know what to do, and so you back off, right? This is the time to overcome that fucking fear, Virgos. You want that redemption? You want to be that badass mamma jamma that you've always been? This is overcoming that fear. Just fucking go do it. Just fucking go do it. You get sick on the way and your anxiety makes you pull over on the side of the road and barf, cool. Go do it. Get you some peppermint oil, get you some gum, go do it. Because you're holding yourself back from your own good luck. Let that sink in, Virgos. You're holding yourself back from your own good luck. Do you need to see the redemption card again? Do you need to see the redemption card again? I don't even need to keep talking about this. I'm just going to make it short and sweet because every Virgo that's listening to this already knows exactly what the fuck I'm saying. You already know exactly what the hell I'm saying. Don't you? The ancestral message. This is El Shaddai. This is wisdom and paternalism and kindness. And I want you guys to think about that ancestor, that male ancestor that always stood behind you, that always made sure to give you everything that you needed as far as encouragement goes. That one that always had your back, that always made sure you were protected, that always had a kind word to say to make you feel better about yourself. And something funny but still kind of nasty to say about your haters. I like that you Virgos were just short and sweet with it. All right, Virgos. Stones for Virgos. Citrine and garnet. Citrine and garnet. Y'all are the Jaguar. Y'all are the Jaguar. All right, Libras. Look, the Libras were ready. They had their card. They were ready. They were ready. All about it. I'm all about it. Oh my gosh, they've already got Christmas stuff out. Thank you, thank you. What is up with that this year? Have y'all been anywhere? And why am I doing this? I just realized I'm pulling from the wrong deck. That's why the card was like, no, bitch, no. What is up with it overwhelming Christmas everything? What? Somebody help me out. Everywhere I've been over the last 3 days, there's Christmas music playing in the mall yesterday. No. No. It's not even Halloween. I want my Halloween. I want the spooky season. I want all of the things. I want the ghosties and the Michael Myerses and the Jasons and the Freddys and the It's and all the spooky things. And all the candy that I can't eat that pisses me off. And all the costumes and the face paint. I want that stuff first. And the pumpkins and the misty, rainy, foggy nights. I want that first. Stop it. The mall was putting out Christmas decorations Monday. I don't want to. All right. I don't want to. It can be Yule when I'm ready for it to be Yule. After Thanksgiving. Black Friday can be Yule. It can be Yule. We can start it then. All right. Let me say this before I start reading for Libras, because I've really been doing a lot of thinking about Christmas and Yule and gifts and what I can do to help you guys out. I'd be a broke bitch too, okay? So don't. I would love to give all of y'all money for Christmas, but I can't because I'd be a broke bitch too. But what I can do is teach you some shit and some stuff that you can do with shit at your house. Part of this, week or 2 weeks off that I've been taking is getting some stuff like that ready for you guys. Just saying. Just saying. I've been doing some planning and some things. And if you want to be part of the boycott for, the big businesses, let me help you out. Let me help you out. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I got you. I got you. All right. We ready? We ready, Libras? If you guys don't follow me on YouTube, please make sure you do. I will also say this too. I'll be putting out a video and I'll be talking more about this on Monday. As y'all know, I moved. As y'all know, I closed my shop. It's been a year ago. Actually, Halloween will be a year. I closed it to the public. I still have online stuff. But I have so many things that I'm going to just put together in gift boxes. And so we're going to have a goal over on YouTube. They're just a subscriber goal. Doesn't cost you anything. Just like following me on TikTok. And I'm going to be sending out some boxes. And you can do what you want with it. You can do what you want. Crystals, herbs, candles, whatever, bracelets, jewelry, etc. And if you want to re-gift those things, cool. But you got to follow me on YouTube. All right. Are we ready, Libras? The Libras are being nice and calm, but they're getting a little antsy. All right, Libras. You guys have secrecy. Secrecy. Okay, Libras. And then you have equilibrium. And then you have resilience. Noted. Okay. All right, Libras. This is going to be the weirdest Libra read ever. But you're going to see why. So here's the thing. Libras, I want you to continue being your happy-go-lucky self. I want you to continue being overjoyed at every little thing. I want you to just be awesome. Be the awesome little Libras that you are. I want you to be the mediators. I want you to be balanced. I want you to just be your amazing little self. But here's the thing, because there's a catch. Your equilibrium has been off, right? You have been feeling out of balance. You have been feeling like there's something missing. You have been feeling like there's something wrong, but you don't know what it is. You can't put your finger on it. I'm literally going to tell you to kind of be a little two-faced, Libras. Not in a mean way. You put one face out to the world, and then the other face is your face, your secret self that you keep in here. Not everybody needs access to you right now, Libras. They can have access to the view of you that they think they need, because everybody has a different view of you in their mind. Everybody has a different view. Right? To some people, you are this amazing savior, and to other people, you are the villain. Right, Libras? Let them think what it is that they need to think. You need to be keeping your personal emotions in here. You need to be keeping all of the things that have had you off kilter in here. Just keep them secret. I'm not saying don't talk to your besties. I'm not saying don't talk to your mom or your dad or who you confide in. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is not everybody needs to know when you've got some anxiety. Not everybody needs to know that you've got some fear. Not everybody needs to know XYZ. Right? Do I think that somebody's fucking with you? No. I'm not saying that. But your equilibrium has been off because you have been oversharing with people. And when you overshare, Libras, that puts you out of balance, doesn't it? Because Libras love to be balanced. You just want everybody to be happy. You just want everybody to be cool and chill and calm. Right? That's all you want. That's all you want. Right? You just want everybody to be happy. But if you aren't happy, then you're out of balance. And if you have your equilibrium way off, then you get out of balance. And if you're oversharing with people, then, say it with me, you get out of balance. Am I right? Am I right? So Libras, when you're oversharing with people, whether it's, even if it's just about some new shoes that you bought, you're out of balance. And the more you overshare, here's the thing. I know you Libras. The more you overshare, the more you overthink. And the more you overthink, the more you overshare. And it's a vicious fucking cycle, right? Because you overshared something and then you go, oh no, I shouldn't have told them that. And then you start overthinking that you overshared something. And then you start oversharing to make up for it. Am I right? You start oversharing to make up for the oversharing that you did. So Libras, give yourself a safe topic to overshare about. One safe topic to overshare about. A safe one is always the holidays, right? What are your holiday traditions that you are so excited to do? Give yourself a safe limit, a safe topic to overshare about. And everything else, Libras, it's hush hush. Nobody needs to know shit about Jack, about stuff with you. They don't. And that's how you get your equilibrium back. And that's how you get your resilience back. And that's, Libra, how you get back in balance. And that's what this Samhain is bringing into you. That's what this is bringing into you. I'm here for it. I am 100% here for it. Are we ready to see what the ancestral message is? I love this. This is Abraham, truth and justice and duty. Libras, I want you to think about which ones of your ancestors were those super honest people that they would give you the shirt off their back, they would do anything for you. And then I want you to think about the ones that you didn't know shit about because they never shared anything. There's a happy medium in the middle of that, and you know it. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Stones for Libras. Rainbow moonstone and onyx. Rainbow moonstone and onyx. Yeah. You know what? You are the dolphin. You are the dolphin, Libras. Scorpios, really? 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 I love that all the Scorpios are like, yes, really. No, we're not doing this many cards, Scorpios. Really, Scorpio? Really? Y'all have Arachne and Hubris. Then you have Grounding. And then you have Luna. And you know what? I want to pause for just a minute because I see Gene Steele over there on YouTube said, I just saw you on Matt Frazier. I've seen a couple of you guys come in and say, hey, I just saw you on Matt Frazier's podcast, and thank you guys for coming to find me or already following me and seeing me over there. If you guys have not went over and watched it, which maybe you didn't know about it, it just released today, please go do so. Make sure that you follow Matt. I really do love Matt. I love his wife. They're awesome. And that was one of the funnest podcast filmings that I've had, and I'm so excited that it came out today. So please make sure that you guys go and watch it. It is about Reiki. It's about energy. It's about energy healing. It's about all that fun stuff. So, yes. All right, Scorpios. Hubris, Grounding, and Luna. You magical little shits. You are mad. Scorpios, really. Chances are that you've been realizing a lot of truths. A lot of truths about people around you, about places, about things. You've just been having these like epiphany after epiphany after epiphany, Scorpio. Am I wrong? Over and over and over and over. To the point that you probably have kind of seemed like you've been pulling away from a lot of things because you've just repeatedly had these epiphanies. So here's the thing. Scorpios are amazing overthinkers. Y'all overthink everything because you pay attention to everything. Every single thing you were like that with. You see the thing on the outside and you see all of the things underneath it. Am I wrong? I know I'm not wrong. I've known more than a few of you Scorpios. With a lot of these truths that have been coming out, with a lot of these realizations and so on, things that have been popping up and happening, a lot of them have really been bothering you. They have really been bothering you. Because as these realizations are popping up, and as you're sitting there going, wow, with your mind blown a little bit, they're really starting to bother you. So you've been doing a lot more grounding, and you've been doing a lot more using your gifts, your intuition, your clairvoyance, your empathy. You've been using that a lot more. Scorpio, part of why you're having these epiphanies and part of what this witches, New Year's, Samhain, Halloween, Day of the Dead, etc., what this is bringing into you is your magic back. It's your magic that's coming back, Scorpios. The thing about that as well is that as you're seeing all of these things, these are like those little shackles, like letting go. So as you're having this epiphany after epiphany, every time you're having those, that is the shackles letting go. until your gifts and abilities are wide open again. Now here's the thing, they've been shut off for a long time, so you need to ground the shit out of yourself so you can start using them again. Because just like when they popped up 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, you gotta get acclimated to them again. Because they have changed a little. They've changed a little. Be paying really close attention to the moon cycles right now, Scorpio, because they are a bit more to you. They are a bit more to you. Every one of you knows exactly what I mean by that, so I'm not going to keep explaining it. You are seeing what you're seeing, Scorpios. You are realizing what you're realizing, Scorpios. All of those truths that are hitting you about that friend, that family member, that job, that coworker, that boss, it is what it is. All of the serendipitous connections with everything is what it is. You are magic once more, Scorpios. You never stopped being magic, you just forgot about it. Are we ready? This is the martyr. This is honesty and restitution and shame. Not really a lot of homework that goes along with this ancestral message, Scorpios, except that this is just your ancestors reminding you to be honest with you, Scorpios. Because as you're seeing all these epiphanies, this is exactly the time when it's easy to hide things from yourself. Stones for Scorpios. Selenite. Selenite and hematite. Selenite and hematite. You are the peacock, Scorpios. I don't know why. I was really going to give you something different, but that's what flew out of my mouth. And then the Sagittariuses are throwing cards. And then the Sagittariuses are throwing cards, because of course they are. You know what I love? I was talking to Bodhi today when Bodhi is here from Washington for my nephew's wedding tomorrow, and so Bodhi's a Leo. Allie is an Aries, and their baby is going to be a Sagittarius. And I think that is the funniest thing. I don't know why, but I think it's awesome. Because in the ultrasound pictures, sometimes the baby looks exactly like Allie, and sometimes she looks exactly like Bodhi, and sometimes she looks like neither one. So I love that the baby will be a Sagittarius. I really truly do. I do. Oh, I love that. This chick said, I'm just going to say you and Matt Frazier have been a sparkle in my life and a smile for 7 to 8 years. Oh. I had to pause and go back up and read that, and thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm glad that I can help anybody in any little teeny tiny way. I was going through some photos the other day, looking for some of the makeup I used to do, and I came across a screenshot that I had taken of somebody on TikTok that said that their professor shows my Reiki sessions to the class, and that I just thought was the coolest thing. It just made me happy. It just made me feel awesome. Just made me feel awesome. All right. Are we we ready, Sagittarius? And let me apologize over there on YouTube because I see some of you guys are mentioning the echo again. I have a new mic and we haven't done the full adjustment yet. So I apologize about that. But all right, Sagittarius, you ready? Y'all have determination because of course you do. If there was ever a card that embodied Sagittarius, it is this one right here. So this is Maeve. She's a very interesting Norse goddess. But determination. Every Sagittarius I've ever met, if y'all get something in your head, you are going to do it whether the world ends or not. You guys are so determined. When you set your mind to something, nothing is going to stop you. There could be nuclear winter and you could be a skeleton and you're still going to get up and go to Sonic if you had determined that you needed a Dr. Pepper that day. Like, it doesn't matter. You will be the only skeleton walking over there and coming back with a crusty Dr. Pepper. Because you said that you were determined to get one. And you know that I'm right. And every one of you that has a Sagittarius in your life, you know that I'm right, and that's why you're laughing your ass off right now. That's why you're laughing your ass off right now, because you know I'm right. Determination, Sagittarius. Grounding. This card has come up more than a few times. And Luna. How do you get the same ones that the Scorpios had? I shuffled that deck repeatedly. Y'all watched me. Sagittarius, what this Samhain, this Halloween, this Day of the Dead, this time of the ancestors, this witchy New Year, what this is bringing you back is your determination. Because something has happened and it has fucked off and you don't know where it's been. Sagittarius, this whole aspect right here of determination is coming back. A lot of you guys have probably already felt this coming in. You've already felt that determination getting back into place. It's going to take a bit, okay? So if you wake up tomorrow and you're like, if you wake up 3 or 4 days from now and you're like, man, I just don't feel like doing it today, know that it's going to take a little bit. Because you've let it go for so long. You have not had that Sagittarius determination for so long. And you've just been trying to go with the flow and do the thing. But even though fire will go with the flow and do the thing, and it's going to take the path that burns the easiest, it's still determined to burn, Sagittarius. Think about that. Even though fire will go the path of least resistance, it will take the path with the most flammable material. It's still determined to burn. And so are you. That determination is not only coming back in, but it's bringing you back yourself, your strength, your calm. That steel backbone that you've always had. It's bringing you back to that magic that you used to feel in everything. Being the sign that brings, that ends the fall and starts to bring in winter, you guys are in a unique position. You see the slow down, you see the pause, you see the stop, you see the snow, you see the ice, but you also see all of the fire and the flames and the gorgeous colors of fall. You have a a very, very unique spot in the zodiac. And sometimes it's hard for you to not be all one way or the other. So when that happens, Sagittarius, you tend to forget yourself. Now, I'm not saying you need balance. I'm not saying that. Because Sagittariuses are never balanced. You're never balanced. You are just determined in one way or another or another. Don't stress about balance. Don't stress about balance, Sagittarius. You don't need to be balanced. You just need your determination back. And that's exactly what's rushing in. All of this inner power, all of this strength, everything that feels like it's rushing back in is your determination, Sagittarius. Embrace it. Jump on it. Ride it. Catch that tiger by the tail. Don't let go. I'm just saying, Sagittarius. You wanted it. Here it comes. Now, here's the thing. You wanted it. You asked for it. You told the universe it had to come back. And here it is. And so if you refuse it, if you let go of it, if you don't grab it, then it may not come back again. This is the Morrigan, and this is growth, atonement, and deceit. This is all about growth right now, Sagittarius. This is an ancestral message for you to pay attention to where you have grown and where you have been stagnant lately. Make yourself a little list. Start with the stagnant first, because that's the easiest. And then look at where you have grown. I'm just saying. Stones for Sagittarius. Honey calcite. Honey calcite and serpentine. Honey calcite and serpentine. And you know what? Y'all are the honey badger. Yeah, I said it. Y'all are the honey badger. I missed you guys. I missed you guys this week. It's been an interesting week. It's been an interesting week. I'm ready for Halloween. I'm ready for Samhain. I'm ready for, I think I'm ready for the holidays. I'm ready. I'm ready for winter. I'm ready to kind of hunker down. I'm ready for new grandbaby. First grandbaby. All right, guys. With that, I am going to let you guys go for the evening. I will see you tomorrow. You know that I will be live on Halloween. There are 4 reads for tomorrow. I do not know right now if they will be early in the morning or late at night, just so you guys know. They're probably going to be tomorrow during the day. There are only 4. That's it. They are a little more expensive because they encompass a lot. There are only 4. I don't know how many have already sold. I think 2. Just so you guys know. Just so you guys know. All right. I will see you tomorrow.